Welcome back, guys. Good grief. You see the stress this woman puts me under? If you're watching on YouTube, she just jokingly was about to turn the lights off. Forever and Then Some, episode, I think 11, season 2. We skipped a week because we're just tired and we have a lot going on, and it was a long weekend.
Yeah.
I was actually sick. You, pregnant.
Yeah.
All types of stuff.
Everything.
But we're back. It's a spooky week. Halloween, we got our spooky decorations in the back. I threw that together in
Decor.
2 seconds while grabbing Tiffany a what? Show the people. An uncrustable spooky. And even more spooky, show the water. A gross Zephyr's Hill spooky.
Why am I looking here to figure out where the
camera's there?
After I did it, I was like, why am I...
Jeez,
whatever.
Louise. We're back, guys.
My brain isn't working.
It is, for you, it's Monday. For us, it's a Friday. We don't usually film on a Friday, but we are going to do another thing after this. We'll get into maybe later. We won't even tell you guys because it's boring stuff. But we're back, guys. I hope everybody's having an amazing week thus far, even though it's only Monday for you.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween week, baby.
Hopefully you had a good weekend.
Hopefully you had a good whole week or like 10 days because it's been a while since we didn't do this last week. I got sick. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do freaking church. Couldn't sing at church because I was sick, and it bummed me out hecka. I also, prior to that week, I wanted to get on the podcast. Dude, Hell Week. Last season, we had an episode called Hell Week. I'm going to have to go listen to see that, but I had a Hell Week.
Why?
Remember Monday of last week, I had to remove a dead deer from somewhere.
Yeah.
And when I went to go discard of it into the woods, I threw it on a nest of bees and got stung all over my face. A beehive. And then the next day, Tuesday, this is all coming off of breaking down and resetting things up from work from Milton. Did we talk? Yeah, we talked about Milton priorly already.
Yeah.
So I had to reset up stuff on Tuesday and slipped when I went to go put something up high and smashed my shin. So I have these huge cuts that are now healing and itchy on my shins. There was something else that happened to me. Oh, remember I told you at work that day I went to go that extended ladder.
Oh, yeah.
Fell and squished my hand. Yeah, super cool week, bros. And then on Friday, I was starting to feel a little bit better. I had like this chest congestion. You can hear it in me a little bit still. Saturday morning, I literally had to call Melanie and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but I feel worse today." And it bummed me out.
It did.
It made me cry a little bit. I felt bad.
Not cry. You cried?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You don't remember this Saturday morning?
I remember you being upset, not crying.
I was tearing up a little bit. I just don't like to let people down.
Yeah.
And I know that they don't. She was completely cool, but the stress of telling them that I couldn't be there bummed me out.
Yeah.
And you guys went to Gainesville that day and went and you seen your old grandmother.
Yeah.
Yes. The baby got to hang with family. Yep.
It was a nice Saturday.
Yep, but this weekend, tomorrow, we have a 14-year-old. Mariah's birthday.
Officially.
We'll be celebrating that tomorrow at frickin' where are we going, baby? Hit him with it.
The best place on earth.
Olive Garden. Not really big fans of Olive Garden, but Mariah is, so that's where we're going for din-dins.
She loves some Olive Garden.
Yeah.
To each their own.
We had a ultrasound yesterday.
Did.
I finally
got to see his sweet face.
Yeah. Finally, he shows his face, and he couldn't stop showing it to us.
I know.
He was so chunky cheeked, and we have a picture of him like his mouth's wide open, like he's saying, "Hey guys." And then we had a picture of his little situation down
Third
there.
time confirmed.
And it says still a boy. So that was nice. I went to the dentist yesterday as well. I took off work yesterday because I had a dentist appointment at 9 a.m. and we had the ultrasound at a little bit after noon. And this was the first time I've gotten a cleaning at the dentist since I was like very young. So I was so scared. Honestly, I was more nervous coming up to it. But when it got to the day, I wasn't really that nervous. And then, of course, I get there and it's no big deal. They numb your mouth. They do like I got out of the chair and she was like, "You were so good. You did such." It's just a neighborhood thing.
Oh,
A dog
why did it
missing.
do it like that?
It always notifies. We just checked our Ring doorbell because it went off and it looked like we were having somebody at our house, but it was really just somebody in the neighborhood losing a dog. So yeah, I got in there. They numb you up and they do all this stuff. And when I got out of the chair, I was like, I don't know why I waited so long to come in here and start doing this stuff. And she's like, "See, not that bad. Technology these days."
Excuse me. Yeah, I think I don't know. I've always gone to the dentist because I had like braces and I had I've always been orthodontist and stuff. So I've never really had a fear of it, but I've noticed like a lot of people have like a
I
fear
had
of
the
the dentist.
biggest fear of it. I don't know why. Anything else? And I'm super like okay with pain.
Yeah.
I could sit through tattoos. Every time I had stuff with my back, I always just was. My whole thing is I don't like to see whatever they're about to do. So literally at the dentist, she gave me those sunglasses. Closed my eyes. She gave me the sunnies. I just kicked back, relaxed. She's like, "Put your left hand up if you need if anything's you need anything to change or you need me to stop." Didn't lift that hand one time. She said, "You doing good?" I gave her a thumbs up.
Nice.
She said, "Well, when she finished my top, because they only did half, I have to go back for this week for the other half." So they did the left side, top and bottom, and she goes, "All right, I'm done with the top. We could take a break and we'll do the bottom, or unless you want me to keep going." I just said, "Keep going. Let's get it done."
What a trooper.
I know. Now my teeth feel like Two-Face. I feel like I'm Two-Face because my teeth on this side are like I have tartar and all that stuff build up on this
Gross. Don't say
side.
the word tartar.
Whatever. Whatever the heck it is, all that stuff is on this side, and my teeth feel completely different on this side.
Yeah.
So like when I tongue my teeth over here, it feels like I can. Dude, I haven't gone to the dentist in so long. I felt that. It's weird.
Yeah. I think everybody, even if you go to the dentist kind of regularly, you have a difference when you like clean.
When they clean them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I come to find out I have a condition from not taking care of my teeth for so long that now I'll have to go in and do that every like 6 months.
Yeah.
Or was it every?
I think it's
4?
3 times a year.
Yeah. So whatever that. Yeah. It's like once every few months.
Yeah.
Which honestly, now that I know what it is, I'm not really that scared. What I'm really afraid for is the extractions, because I gotta get teeth pulled and
yank them.
Yeah, between us and the podcast, my 2 front teeth are getting pulled out of my face, and I'm getting things to put in. It's gonna be scary. I'm not gonna lie, but whatever. I'm gonna literally tell them to like model the teeth after my teeth, so I don't look any different. I hope.
I don't think he'll look much different.
You still love me?
Always.
Okay, cool. But yeah, doctor's appointment was sick. We went to Applebee's. That was sick.
I didn't really like it.
I know you didn't. You got chicken, dude. You always.
Well, I got there and I looked at the menu and
you were like, "I want steak," but then it's like you can't eat steak.
And then like I just wish we would have went to like Texas Roadhouse. It would have cost the same. I was like trying to be like, let's go to somewhere that's like not super expensive.
Why didn't you say that?
Because I didn't know that the prices of them like really when I got there. I mean, it still cost us like $50 something for the two of us for like a lunch,
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And I'm like, I could have gone to Texas Roadhouse and got rolls.
I enjoyed it. You didn't though, but but I'm not picky.
I don't like Chili's and I don't like Applebee's.
So now we're not going there next time we go to an ultrasound.
Well, I should have not gotten that. I should have let you got whatever you wanted, and I just got what I wanted instead of picking off that stupid little menu. But the stupid little menu makes you feel like you're saving money because you're getting your
really
appetizer.
not. It's still expensive.
Yeah, so
it's still the same
price. I could have
got
my wonton tacos.
Yeah, maybe we'll go next time we go. If we go, get wonton tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun in the sun, baby.
He's picky.
Yeah. Baby is healthy.
He is healthy.
Mommy is going through it a little bit with the hernia situation, but
everything, dude. I'm so tired. I've never been this tired in a pregnancy before.
Yeah.
I am drained. And I think it has to do with having Everly. you know, I've never had
running
like
around and
another baby to take
yeah,
care of, and I'm working, but I'm not working like I was when I was pregnant with. I don't know why. I'm just tired.
yeah,
I'm exhausted. I feel like no amount of sleep is enough sleep. I'm in pain always, so like I think that's exhausting mentally too,
right.
and physically. Um,
It's a lot.
it is a lot. And I had gestational diabetes, and like today, my coworker brought in cake because her husband made her cake for her birthday,
Whose birthday was it?
Heidi's.
Oh, nice.
And she's like, "Do you want a piece of cake?" And I was like, "Sure." And immediately after eating it, and I realized now having gestational diabetes, I immediately like felt funny. I was like, "Oh no, my sugar's probably really high right now."
Yeah, you're probably
I got like
peaking.
nauseous, and I was like
Oh, really?
feeling funny, and it's happened a couple times, but not frequently. But like I don't know why. Going to the doctors yesterday and them saying, gestational diabetes is what you're, try to
Right.
look to eat this stuff. I was like, oh my God. Think I've been getting myself sick by eating certain things,
Yeah.
which I don't eat like sweet things that often, but
Yeah, you're not really a sweet person. I am. I'm
no.
always
I like
I
savory.
literally
I don't
ate.
mind savory and sweet, but I prefer savory.
There's been this strawberry, or was it cherry? No, it's strawberry cheese Danish. It's been in the fridge all week at work, and Jess the other day goes, "Eat this or get rid of it, bring it home." So okay, so today I cracked into it.
Ate the whole thing?
I ate the entire thing today. Slowly, not all in one sitting. I ate like like this much of it for breakfast, this much of it for snack before lunch. I brought a little sliver of it with lunch because I ate your leftovers from
Applebee's.
Applebee's for lunch, and it wasn't that much. So I was like, Danish will fill this in. And then on my way out today, I grabbed the plastic thing of it, and I was like, I'm gonna bring the rest with me, and I ate it in the car on the way home.
And then he had Oreos when he got home.
And then I had ghetto nachos,
Okay.
just to fill you guys in. You take scoops, you lay them out, you lay them bowl up. So you know how a scoop chip is like a little bowl. You face them up. You fill each one individually with a little bit of cheese. Nuke them for 20 seconds. Pull them out. Hit each one with a little squirt of uh, sour cream. You sprinkled some like
Taco seasoning.
taco seasoning on them. Ghetto nachos, baby, they're delicious. And then
I like jalapenos on them too.
Yeah, that's good. And then you proceed to sit on the couch, and I grabbed Oreos and I ate the rest of the pack. Doing great with the diet, guys. Hey, but I'm drinking Diet Coke, a big boy. Yeah, totally.
I thought
But
you got that for dinner.
I just got it because I wanted it, and I figured I needed a drink during this. I gotta have to want to burp on the podcast constantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like really it. Other than that, we just been working and lifing, and today we're gonna shoot some photos for some, hopefully for.
Yeah, because we didn't last week like we were supposed to.
Yeah, you weren't feeling well, and I didn't want to make you do anything, and I was like, let's just chill.
Yeah.
That was nice though.
It was
Nice
nice, but at this point, I never feel great, so I just have to
Yeah, no,
like
we
do
just have
it.
to hunker down. We're just gonna do the little thing here inside
Yeah.
today, and I'll shoot content some other time, and we'll figure it out. I want to get the cover art at least shot, so we have something, so I can put it into so I can get this next song released. And I think I'm gonna literally shoot it in here on this black. We have this black shade right here. I think it'll look cool. And if not, we'll try some other things. I think we'll come up with something. Because I ordered the song is called Neon Heart. I ordered a neon heart LED. So we'll just get creative,
Yeah, it's gonna look cool.
Yeah. It'll be fun busting this. I didn't want to do that first, and then have to set the camera back up. I'm kind of going to be pissed that I'll have to unset the camera, and then put it back for next time. But whatever,
Yeah.
Whatever. So I don't know. What have you been up to?
Sleeping? No, I'm just kidding.
Just working, really.
Just working. Yeah.
Our lives aren't really all that full of stuff right now. Birthday party tomorrow.
Yeah, going out to eat.
I think I'm gonna get me some chicken gnocchi soup. With a soda.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I'm also been like going through this thing, and I'm sure other moms can relate. Like when it's your third baby, or even maybe even your second baby, there's just such a big gap between Mariah and Everly. I think like preparing for Everly was like preparing for a baby, like your first baby again.
Yeah.
So, and like it was exciting, grabbing all the stuff, decorating the nursery.
Yeah.
I have like no like energy to do so.
Yeah, we'll be doing everything last minute for
I
this
like
guy.
have the want to do it, but like I really want everybody else to do it for me because I don't physically feel like doing it.
Yep.
And it's hard to get other people to do the things that I want them to do because I want it done my way.
My way, my way.
And then
The
also, it's just,
highway.
yeah, I don't know. It's just like, ugh. And we got like, we're giving him like a corner in our bedroom, and I want it decorated like super nice. So it's like his little area because he'll probably be in there, you know, for the next 2 years.
Yep. This room eventually is going to have to not be podcast room
No,
anymore.
it's going to be his bedroom.
It's going to be his bedroom. So we got to,
Yeah,
we'll figure something else out.
Right now, Everly's bedroom is in our loft, and it doesn't have a wall. It's like open.
Yep.
So we're going to close that in with the wall and put a door.
She'll have a nice big room, and then
this
one will be perfect for the little guy.
So he'll be in here in probably like 2 years.
What time is it?
Scam likely 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock at night, and scam likely as they're calling me. That's wild, bro. They don't give up, do they?
No.
I gotta decline this on my own computer as well.
And then, you know, I've been also having like weird pregnancy. Like I had them with Everly too, but this one's much worse. I'm itchy all the time. And I had to look it up, and like this is like a real thing. Mm-hmm. My legs look insane. Like
insane legs.
Look at that.
I know you've been scratching them there.
It's like irritated. I scratch it like I don't like the itch so bad. Most. Yeah, at night for more than anything because I think I'm like laying there, my mind's like blank. Mm-hmm. So like it's my ankles and like my what part of my leg is that? This is your femur.
Are you serious? That's the bone.
Well, that's
your calf
that's
down there.
That's like yeah, I know the bone is your femur, but like well, that's my
thigh, calf
area, whatever.
Speaking of calves, not to cut you off your pregnancy talks,
it's itchy.
We finished 1883. Just to update you guys.
How did that make you think of 1883?
Cattle.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we finished that yesterday.
It was good.
It was good, man. That's a good show. That ending is really emotional.
I think we said it last time. Never mind. I was gonna say I also enjoyed the fact that there was not so much like
it's not
sex
modern,
and like yeah. Well, even like shows that are redoing stuff like that, like you know, in that time period, they're adding all this extra.
Yeah. Speaking of that kind of stuff, I watched X this week.
Oh.
A little intense. I've been on, so we've been watching that. We finished that. We also we're up to date with Agatha all along. Show's great so far. This episode was pretty good. It's hard to watch because we let our teenager watch it with us, and
she talks.
Instead of watching it, she asks questions about it every 22 seconds instead of waiting to figure
I
it
can
out.
Watch it fully with it because but
she knows how to zone out. I can't. I need to be. And honestly, I was going to say that I've been watching a lot of movies lately, but that's why I don't watch them at home. I like on my break, I'll watch a chunk, and then I'll watch a chunk when I have free time. But I've been watching. It's spooky season, and I was like, I kept seeing. We're going to dive deep here. I kept seeing previews for Terrifier 3 on my timeline. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what is this all about? I saw the first one, and I wasn't a big fan of the first one. If you guys know about them, they're just like gore fests. That's all they are. They're just slasher, gory movies. So I watched the second one because I wanted to watch the third one. Then I bootlegged the third one, and I watched that. And that has opened up to me just like wanting to catch up on scary movies. So I've been watching scary movies every day.
Yeah, you've definitely been on like a binge with them.
Yep, I've been watching something.
I'd rather not.
I know you don't like it, so no. I haven't even asked you.
No, it's just a lot.
Yeah, I can handle them. You can't handle them as well.
I can't handle them, and I don't like the like. You haven't been watching. You've been watching more like slasher type things. Yeah, but you watched that.
I watched
one the other day. I'm just not a fan of, and I like kind of like don't want to say it.
Go ahead. Tell me why you don't like scary movies.
I've already said it. And I said the reason I don't like really support them is because like, it's just like, I feel like it brings a bad energy in. Like it like brings, I don't know, the negative. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I think it just brings you closer to like, I guess the devil kind of like it just, you feel that when on the, like the, what would you call them? What are they kind of scary movies when it's got like demon possessions and stuff like that? Yeah. Or
They're not my favorite
It really
anyway.
just like I don't know. It feels uncomfortable. I feel like I feel things around me that shouldn't be around me, and I know it sounds probably like crazy, but I do. I feel like really uncomfortable.
Yeah. But you said you wanted to watch Pearl.
Yeah, but that's not a.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I
mind.
watched X. That was really good. It's about it's about filming a dirty movie. So
Yeah,
it's
I
very
haven't heard
intense.
anything about that one.
It's good. It's
The only
really
one I
good.
heard of it was Pearl, and then
Maxine is
Maxine.
the prequel.
I could probably do without the one that you just watched.
Yeah. I mean, they're all very like sexually heavily
Yeah, I
sex.
it wasn't. It's not so much that. It's just like I don't know. I mean, it is a little bit like that because like that's the basis of
Yeah, that's
the
what she is. She's
story.
trying to be like a star through like those kind of movies
Yeah,
in the 70s. And the Maxine is like mid 80s. And then Pearl is a prequel to X, and that's about the old lady that is in X.
that's such a funny concept to me because I know it happens to a lot of girls, like that get into those movies to get like into fame and to be an
Yeah.
actress. How many of those girls actually are like actresses that aren't those type of actresses?
No, yeah, I mean,
I
they're
mean,
famous in that world.
right, but like that's not their whole goal. A
Yeah,
lot
no,
of
they
them,
want
they
to
want to
be.
be like
Yeah, she definitely
actresses,
wants to be like a superstar
and it's just like,
and rich.
how does
That's all
that?
it. That's
How do you coincide those two together?
right.
Like you're like, I'm gonna start doing this so I can be here.
Right. Her character is very like shallow and like
Yeah,
that's that's a part of it. Like that's who she is.
yeah,
I think it's gonna play a lot. I want to see Mac. I gotta watch Maxine and I gotta watch Pearl. I only watch X.
yeah.
But yeah, I've watched like a lot of movies over the last
You
couple
have been
weeks.
watching a lot of
Just catching up. I
thrillers.
love
Your
horror
mom has
movies.
too. You guys have been going like back and
Yeah,
forth
me
with
and her
them.
literally call each other every day and be like, "What did you watch?"
Psychopaths will watch like scary movies by themselves all day.
So I'm a psychopath.
A little bit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the day you guys went
It's
to Gainesville,
yeah.
I watched two different movies, three. I watched Daddy's Head. That's a creepy one. You would never want to watch that.
No.
Then I watched There's Someone in Your House. It was all right. It's like a slasher, but it was fun. And then I rewatched Scream 6 because I remember liking Scream 6 but not like remembering everything about it, and I
Yeah.
was like, Scream's my favorite franchise and I don't remember who the killers were, so I got to rewatch this.
Yeah.
So I rewatched that. And then throughout the last couple of weeks I've watched like the first Friday the 13th. I watched X. I watched a bunch of stuff. I watched a bunch of stuff. And I got a bunch of stuff on my list of things to watch.
I'm not going to go too deeply into it and ask you just simply how I feel about Scream and how you feel about Scream. Do you think that is like a split among like people that seen Scream, or do you think more people agree with you than they
People
agree with
agree
me?
with me.
You think more people that have watched the movie agree with you?
In the horror movie community, yes.
No.
Scream
Just overall people that have seen it.
Oh, I don't know. I'm coming from someone who likes scary movies,
But
and
you know my
that
opinion of it with it. You
yeah,
saying
you think
scary
they're
movie.
like corny.
Yes, but like not a bad corny. I think they're purposely trying to be corny, and
They're
I think you
the
don't
word
think
is
that they're trying to be.
I think I know what they're trying to be. They're meta. They're like they pick at tropes and they're make fun of themselves a
Yeah,
bit.
I think they're bad actors.
See, I don't think that.
And the newer ones are like you have or
See,
I think that they've actually like upgraded it and made better actor choices. I don't think anybody from the early ones other than the guy that plays Scooby Doo and who did I say the other day? Courtney Cox have had like actual careers and that are like
sorry
good
guys, if you like
actors.
Scream.
I don't think Screams are bad movies.
These
I just think like
movies,
they were meant to be like a joke.
they're not a joke. They're just different. They
Yeah.
make fun of themselves a little bit. They're I think they're amazing
Yeah.
movies.
I just don't think they're actually meant to be a scary
But in
movie.
the
I think that's why they're called scary movie. I mean Scream. Scary
they
movie's
are
the other
supposed to
one.
be scary, and they were scary when they come. I mean, they're slashers. They're not like ghosty. It all matters what scares you, but
Yeah.
they're beloved
I mean thrashers can be scary.
slashers.
Slashers,
They're
thrashers,
like
whatever.
yeah, they're like top tier, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about Scream 1. They're loved by the
Yeah.
people,
I'm not
community of
saying that they're
people
not
who.
worth being loved. I just don't think that we agree on what they are. I don't think that they're like bad. Like I don't want to like Napoleon Dynamite, right? I don't think they're in the same category as Napoleon Dynamite, but I enjoy Napoleon Dynamite. It's a good movie, but at the same time, I know there was no bit of seriousness in that. Like they weren't like trying to play like they're serious good actors in that.
Yeah, it's a comedy though.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think it follows like that kind of like corniness, but
Yeah,
not in a not.
we have had
One's
this.
more of a thriller type, and one's like a comedy, but they're
It's a
corny.
slasher horror movie. Yes, I don't know. You just didn't like them. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We talk about every time we end up talking about Scream. I'm like, bro, we have the same
Well,
conversation.
I think you keep saying I don't like them, and that's like not. I think you like. I think the whole meta thing is like a made up word because they don't like the word using corny,
Yeah.
and like I think they mean the same thing.
Yeah. It's they're I don't know. That's how you perceive them. That's your opinion. I don't know how
Yeah,
to change it. I'm not trying to change it. I'm just saying that in the world of people who watch movies and have opinions on movies, that's what it is. It's a meta movie.
yeah. But what else is a meta movie?
A lot of those type of movies, like those 90s slashers, a lot of them were meta.
I can't really think of any of that.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, The
Okay,
Valentine,
Valentine was a little bit better than that.
uh, Faculty.
I've never heard of that one.
Um,
Is that the one where they're all like aliens
the Faculty is like the high school. Yeah, the high school.
and they're aliens, right?
They're like slug aliens
Yeah.
taking over the school. Yeah,
But see, those are I mean that for all of them. I don't
I
think
know.
they're
No,
bad movies.
that's kind of like what the '90s was.
Yeah.
That's Scream came out and everything tried to be Scream
Now I
after.
think what's the one where like not what you did last summer because I think that doesn't quite fall into that category.
I
It's
think
like
it does.
borderline, but the other one where it's just like Final Destination.
Yeah, those aren't. Those are like.
I think what you did last summer is more like
Yeah, that's a slasher. It's
no,
like
it's more like
teenage
it's
angsty.
teenage, but like they're
Who
not
done
as
it?
like meta. I guess I want to say corny, but you would say meta. They're not as.
Well, corny and meta aren't the same thing. I
I
don't
just
know.
don't. I don't. Then I don't understand what meta means because when I say it, you're like, and you describe it. Well, we're describing the same
My
thing.
mom is literally texting me something she's watching right now.
She isn't. You guys, I don't know. You both get
Meaning
into those like scary movies
of
together.
meta
I much rather watch
in
like a like cool like comedy or like romance.
meta in horror refers to self. Hold on, I can't. Self-referential film that explores the horror genre and its conventions. So it's like it makes fun of itself. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the feel of the movie, and I don't know. You also did not see these movies when they first came out. You weren't a fan
No, I
of
don't think I've
them
seen Scream until Scream.
until you were
I can't even get it out.
already.
Like
Scream was literally the first horror movie.
18,
Yeah, I this
16, 18. When I started watching, I watched scary movies growing up. We used to, my uncle Rennie actually had this huge like scary movie collection. I don't even
mhm.
know if he still has it, but he has like a really cool like
I want to
probably
start
like
collecting the
vintage
DVDs.
older ones that you would be into watching.
Yeah, I mean, I love all ages
But
of
he
them.
had all kinds of cool stuff, and we would like there's this one I don't know the movie we had wrong he had Wrong Turn and that kind of like that's what we
Yeah,
were watching.
Wrong Turn's good. The
Like
first one.
those type of like scary like it's they're not trying to be funny, they're like scary.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it still a
That
Thresher?
well,
What is it
wrong
called?
slasher.
Slasher.
Slashers are basically when somebody is like murdering people.
Yeah, Wrong Turn is, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Wrong Turn is a. I always get Hills Have Eyes and Wrong Turn kind of mixed up,
Well,
but
Hills Have Eyes came way later, I
Hills
think.
Have Eyes is not a lot.
Like 3 or 4 years later.
Yeah, I think so. They're around the same time, but yeah, Wrong Turn. I gotta rewatch Wrong Turn.
I
Actually,
haven't watched it in a
it's
really
a
long
really.
time.
They're really good.
When we used to
The first two are really good.
me, Kayla, and Brittany would spend like a week at our mammy and papa's house, and there'd be like one night that we would either go over to Uncle Ernie's, and he would let us pick out like the scary movies that we'd want to watch,
Yeah.
or we'd stay at his house and he'd like get us all kinds of snacks and we'd just have like a scary movie night.
I love it.
Which was like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Ring was one of those movies that terrified me. But those
Ring is so good.
Those were the type of movies that I was watching where I felt like they were like meaning to like scare the crap out of you, right?
Yeah, but those are like you say you don't like to watch those kind of things anymore because they're ghosty.
I
They're
don't.
like spirits.
But we were watching
But at the same
thrillers
time, Ring
or
slashers.
slashers. I don't know why I can't keep that in my head.
Thrillers are more like movies that are they're
When
not
I say thriller,
so
I always think of
scary.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I know. I think it too. But yeah, they're not so scary. They're more like I don't know. They're thrilling. That's why they call them that.
Yeah.
But okay, so what do you remember what the first scary movie you ever watched was?
So I think my first scary movie, and I can't remember the name of it. So it's like one of those ones that he had at his house. It was these girls that went on. They were going over to one of the girls' family for like Thanksgiving break from college.
Uh-huh.
And so I thought they were friends. That what it played it as, but they were actually like girlfriends.
Uh-huh.
And her family just didn't know that they were girlfriends or whatever. So it's crazy. So things start happening, and you're like, "What is happening right now?" Like just weird. Like I don't know how to explain like one of the things. But then nighttime comes, and the girlfriend that is like visiting with her girlfriend to her family, like not the family. Is that really explained right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm picking up.
Goes outside to smoke a cigarette or something, and then she starts hearing screams from inside the house. Okay. So she runs into the house, and she sees the girl's brother. I want to see being like dragged up the stairs by somebody. Like somebody's in there like murdering them and after them.
So this is like not paranormal, but
it's not paranormal.
It's like
well, you don't know if it's paranormal. You just kind of see them being dragged, but you kind of like see like a figure that looks like a person.
Huh.
So it doesn't like you don't necessarily go paranormal with it, but like it's not paranormal, but like it's leaving you guessing what's going on. You don't know what's happening.
I knew what movie this was. I was hoping you'd explain it, and I'd be able to be like, "Hey, that's that."
Well, I mean, as I get closer, you might like get it.
Okay.
So anyway, so everybody's dying. She goes after her girlfriend. They try to escape. They're trying to like, and nothing's being seen. Everything is like aftermath. You're seeing the aftermath.
Yeah.
And so she's with her girlfriend, and they're running. And like, so when it gets to the end, we realize it was the girlfriend killing everybody, the visiting girlfriend. But she didn't realize she was doing it. She had a split personality that would only come out during like a certain time of the year.
Is it called Split?
I don't think so. No, but like, so then the girlfriend ends up killing. The girlfriend that is related to her family ends up surviving and killing the other girl and getting away from her.
So split personality.
Yeah. Because like halfway through, I wouldn't say like
girlfriend.
Closer towards the end of the movie, the girl starts to realize that the girlfriend is doing a split personality thing. So she's playing against with her, like, oh my God, they're coming, they see us. And she's like really thinking she's seeing people behind them driving. And so she's playing around along with it, but she realized like the girlfriend found out like my girlfriend's insane. She's trying to kill me.
Huh. This does not.
I'm telling you, Uncle Rennie has like some crazy, like small, like
I believe
probably like C and D movies that
Dorothy Mills. The premise. Let's see. When a small town teen tries to kill an infant. That doesn't sound.
Oh no, I don't like that.
No, this does not ring a bell.
Really good movie. I wonder if I could reach out to Uncle Rennie if he knew what it would if I explained it.
Do you remember like so the Ring you said you saw? Did you see it when it first came out? So
it was on. He had a.
So he just had
DVD. Yeah, so it wasn't right as it came out, but it was like he had just bought that movie. Like that was released.
Scary when I first saw it.
Yeah,
The Grudge.
That probably got me more. The Grudge scared me, but The Ring terrified me.
I think
because of what my cousin and my sister did to me.
Yeah, they did like the hair over the face.
No, I wish that's what they did to me. I don't know how they got my phone. They switched my. who's ever,
You
they
told
switched
this
either
story in the
Brittany
first season.
or Kayla switched their name in my phone to, what was the girl's name?
Don't make me do this. Yeah, it starts with an S. It's
whatever it is. Switched the name on, and we're like 30 minutes after the movie, hanging out, chilling in the kitchen, eating some chips and ice cream, whatever we're doing.
Uh-huh.
And my phone rings, and I switch it over, and it's like, all right, opening, because it was a flip phone.
Yeah.
And
It was
her name pops up.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't think they thought I was going to be as scared as I was, dropping my phone and screaming so aggressively.
What
and
is
they're
her
laughing.
name, bro?
And my papa came out, and he was so mad.
Really?
He was pissed. And then Mammy Cat came out like, it's okay, they're girls, they're scared, calm down. Don't. And he never yelled at us, but he was mad. Because I think I let out such a scream that it scared him.
Yeah. I think me and my mom saw that movie for the first time together.
Yeah.
Me and my mom watched most of the scary movies together. The Grudge got me because I saw it I remember I saw it in theaters in Daytona at the Regal that's attached to the band shell.
Yeah.
And I saw it with Ricky and his sister, and I remember trying to play it tough because his sister thought it was so stupid, and I thought it was terrifying.
Oh my gosh. You know
that's like a Japanese remake, and the Japanese versions are both of those movies, The Ring and Grudge.
Oh, yeah.
And the Japanese versions are way scarier.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not watching that. If it's
scarier
scarier than that, my mom used to do that sound all the time. She'd flip her hair over and make that sound and scare
the end of that movie,
the crap out of my little brother.
I think I'd have to rewatch it now, but I think the end of that movie would still stand up and be kind of creepy because she's walking. Remember, she's like walking
her
down the stairs,
broken bodies.
And you hear like, which every horror movie does now.
Yeah,
it's so annoying. But yeah, so that's crazy. You guys were watching them pretty young.
Oh yeah, I would say younger than Mariah.
I think I was 7 when I watched my first one.
Yeah, I don't think I was that young.
I love scary stuff.
I was probably like 10.
Yeah, 7.
9 or
Scream
10
was the first one. Scream came out in 97. I was 7.
But I think that's probably why you thought they were scary. If you were 7 years old watching that, I think that's a little young to watch it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would see you thinking that they were scary. I don't think one adult watched that movie and
My mom was scared.
She just said yesterday that she didn't think they were scary at all.
Then as the 90s was different.
Your mom was scared of that?
Yeah, we were all scared.
We're going to have to call her later and ask.
Check. I'll call her right now on the line. I think I could call her on this.
I don't. Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know. They're scary, bro. Like,
okay.
People think they're scary. I mean, no, they're not like gonna have nightmares about Ghostface, but I mean, obviously they're. I don't know.
They're not scary. Amazing. They have like that jump.
Yeah,
but that's not scary. Like they're called something else.
The kills are
brutal
amazing.
Sometimes, but not scary.
Ghostface isn't that brutal, but they're.
I mean, the guy or the girl that got caught up in the
garage door.
That's a brutal death.
The very first death in those movies actually was like sped up because
how bad
it couldn't get an R rating. It kept getting an NC-17 because they had like a slow pan on her hanging from the tree.
Yeah,
Drew Barrymore. But they sped it up and took a frame out, and that's how they get the R rating. You know that she was originally supposed to play Nev. She was supposed to play Sydney.
Really?
They wanted her to play Sydney, and Nev Campbell was supposed to play Casey, the first death. And that's how that movie was so like, because all the marketing and stuff for that movie was Drew Barrymore, and Drew Barrymore dies within the first 10
Why
minutes
didn't that
of the
happen?
Movie.
She dropped out of it?
No. Drew Barrymore read the script and was like, I know, I want to play Casey. It was Drew Barrymore who decided to ask to do it, and they were like, oh, that's actually a really good idea. The star of the movie and we'll put it around this, because she was a huge star at the time.
Right.
At the time, she was the only person in the movie that was a huge star, and all the other ones were up and coming actors.
In my head, I thought that she just like was so expensive that they could only have her for like a small portion.
No, the writer is Wes Craven. I
don't know who that is.
Nightmare on Elm Street. He wrote all the Freddy Krueger movies.
Yeah.
He's like an icon at the time.
Okay.
So he got big. Like it's a
I don't
big
like those
budget
either.
movie.
I
Yeah,
don't think
know.
I like his movies.
Yeah, I know. I broke down what
Not a fan, sir.
what they
No,
were
I'm kidding.
about. Yeah, I mean they're good.
I don't think I liked them before then, but when watching it, I never picked up on that.
Yeah, that she kills children.
Well, yeah. Well, it's more the other part, but yeah. I was like, oh, that's awful. I can't, so I'm not watching that ever again.
The first like 2 or 3 are really good. The rest of them are kind of, and then Freddy vs. Jason's amazing.
I like Halloween. I don't really like Jason.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I love Halloween.
They're good. You know what I have never seen also, I was going to say, is Chainsaw Massacre.
You never seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
No, because my parents actually bought me the movie because I was super into like horror movies and scary stuff.
Yeah.
So they'd buy me and nobody would watch it with me. And I was too scared to watch it for not the simple fact of the things that I seen of the movie, because they bought me the original.
The 1970 whatever one.
Because that's the one I wanted to watch first. Mm-hmm. And my dad told me that my Aunt Gina ran out of that theater screaming and basically barfing. Yeah. And I was like, I can't watch that by myself. And my dad would be down to watch it, but he didn't want to watch them at night because like nobody wants to watch a scary movie at night because he knew I would end up in their room on the floor, Brittany's room.
So you've never seen them?
So I never seen it. And then what's the other movie I haven't seen?
I would love to watch those movies with you.
Red Room.
Red Room, that's The Shining.
Yeah, I've never seen The Shining, which I think that is borderline probably.
You would be more scared of The Shining.
Meta. Like, no, right? There's no borderline meta, you don't think in that?
No.
It's straight
Shining
scary?
Is a straight paranormal.
Oh, then I don't want to watch
that. It's about the hotel that they stay in is haunted, basically.
Yeah.
It's very creepy. I mean, nowadays a lot of people like say it's a little overhyped. I think it's a great movie. It is slow.
Yeah.
But Jack Nicholson is just a fucking monster. Sorry for the F word. But a monster in that movie. He's so good.
I don't know what.
And it's about like the hotel starts to make him go crazy.
Right.
And that's how
I didn't know it was porn.
It's like paranormal. He's being.
I don't know why I was going to say paranormal.
Paranormal. But Texas Chainsaw, though, if you still have any,
the only
chance you watched one of the crappy,
but
remakes.
I haven't seen the original.
The original,
or the first remake either. I haven't seen.
So the original now,
it's probably hard to watch
now, and you haven't watched it prior, it might be a little hard to watch because it is old. It's very good. It's gruesome. I think some people don't like them, but I love the remakes. Not the newer ones, but the one with Jessica Biel.
I want to watch that one too. I wanted to see that one.
That in the beginning, which is a prequel to that one, with those characters. I love those movies. Yeah. I think they're amazing. But I think it's because they came out in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I was supposed 90s. To watch that one that they got me, and then they said they'd get me the one with Jessica Biel, and I never got to watch it because I was too scared to watch it by myself.
I think that's one of the first movies that I watched with a lot of gore in it that I was like, oh,
that's a lot.
These movies are a lot. And then after that, it was like Hostel.
Yeah.
Hostel. I remember when Hostels came out.
I don't think I know what that is.
You never seen Hostel?
I don't think
so.
Where
they travel and they stay in the hostel motel or whatever, and it's basically people taking Americans and torturing them.
Mm-mm.
And like people pay to watch. So rich people in, I forget where it takes. I think it's Paris or somewhere overseas, but they literally pay.
It sounds more familiar now that I got jelly in it.
Watch Americans get tortured.
I think I may have seen that.
It is the goriest.
And it's just not clicking though. So like I don't know. I feel like probably like 2 years before we got together is when scary movies like
the craze of paranormal
stuff it just started like getting to me.
Everything's an exorcism. Everything's a haunting. That's why like
Haunting on Hill House terrified me.
Yeah, that's a good show though.
Yeah, but it terrified me. And when I'm thinking back on it, it's not scary. It's good, but it's not super scary.
It's perfect pacing and like they build it up.
It's what is that called when like it's a
suspenseful
movie. Yeah,
they're super suspenseful.
I think that's what Um, that's what for me, like a scary movie, not a scary movie, Scream
Scream.
has
Oh
is
yeah, yeah.
suspense, but it's not scary.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
how
mean,
I would more or less say it. Like
they're
it's
definitely
suspenseful, and there's like
suspenseful.
moments where you're like, but it's like not like in that moment that you took you're not scared
Yeah,
already.
yeah. And it just could be like what scares you. Clearly, ghosts, hauntings, that's
Terrify
what
me.
scare you.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's what always scared me the most when I was younger.
What the scare
Like
ghosts?
haunting type. I think, in my opinion, still to this day, the movie that scares me the most. Do you know what it is?
John Doe or Jane
No,
Doe?
no. That movie's awesome though. But the scariest movie ever made is The Exorcist to me. It is still super scary to me. It's just, and I think watching that when I was younger, it like every time I go to watch like an exorcism movie or a haunting movie, I think I have that feeling, but then they go like you get 10 minutes in the movie and you realize, oh, they're just doing the same crap they've been doing for the last 10 years over and over again.
Right.
So I don't know. Like I feel like there's only been a handful of those kind of movies that come out that are actually scary in the last 10, 15 years, and that's like The Conjuring.
If it's got ghosts in it, it's got me. It scared
Yeah.
me. Like I'm good.
A lot of people sleep on the that autopsy of Jane Doe though. That is a scary movie.
It is, but it wasn't as scary. I mean,
It's
my
got a
head
lot of
was in my knees. Don't get me
yeah, yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
Like that stuff scared, but it wasn't as scary.
Careful
I know
pushing
I
on the
keep hitting it.
table.
It was not as scary as like I thought it was going to be based off of you explaining to me how scary it was.
Yeah, I thought it was so good. I
I
mean,
mean,
I
it's
think
scary. Like I
it's a
said once
good movie
again, there
too.
was points where my head was in my legs and my hands were over my
Yeah.
ears and I was praying. Like
Yeah, you screamed out loud at a part.
a
I
couple of
remember.
like in all movies, I'm telling you, it's
You
like
just don't do good with that kind of
I
stuff.
don't
But
anymore.
then like stuff that's just slasher type stuff that it's just like a guy killing somebody or like a home invasion type movie, like The Strangers or something, you're chilling.
Yeah, because like I always, I mean, there's parts that like I'll like jump at. Of course, I gotta move
Yeah.
my foot.
Yeah, you got to
That
stop doing that. It's moving the entire desk.
um that like get me for a second, but they don't like the whole entire time. I'm not like terrified like
Yeah.
in them, so I don't mind those, but I don't know.
It's been taking a lot to try and to get me. But I watch a lot of stuff during the day and I'm like in a
Even
like
if I watch stuff at day, if it's got ghosts and stuff, I'm scared.
yeah, Daddy's Head was
Like
pretty creepy.
you said something. I mean, it was at night, but you like bring up these scary movies at night, and just the sound of the name terrifies me. I'm
Yeah.
like, can we not right now? I know that means paranormal.
I don't think I mean if you weren't so afraid of clowns, I think you'd be all right with Terrifier, but
I don't like clowns.
you don't
I
like
don't like
clowns. So
clowns.
art would probably get you pretty good.
Ugh.
And plus it's lit that's those movies are
And do you know why I don't like clowns?
no.
You don't know why?
No, you never broke that down to me.
It.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was
The original It or the remakes?
I believe it was the original. Yeah, it was the original. I was young.
Yeah, with the
Yeah, so I watched scary movies when I was younger, and like
yeah.
I always used to watch. I don't remember what channel used to always play the scary movies. Is it AMC?
I was trying to think of this the other day too because they used to always play that freaking movie
Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers is always on.
I used to watch that,
And
and it scared me.
Joyride. Do you ever see Joyride? Candy Cane.
I don't
The
think so.
couple has an RV. They have like the thing, and they start messing with the truck driver.
Yeah,
And the truck driver
yeah,
tries
yes,
to kill them.
yep, yeah.
That movie's awesome.
So,
R.I.P. my boy. What's his name? Paul.
oh, he was in that.
Frick.
Yeah.
What's his name?
The way you just gave Napoleon Dynamite.
Frick.
You read down so fast. Paul.
I want to say Paul Rudd,
so
but I'm
bad.
not going to. But yeah, Brian from Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Don't let it bother you. You gotta move on.
I know. Anyway, so whatever channel that was, I used to watch like all the time. Jeepers Creepers, I'd watch. The first time I watched Jeepers Creepers, I remember going to my parents' room with Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? And my parents were like, "What are you? Why are you singing that?" I was like, "It was from that movie. It's like super creepy." And you know, my parents were like, "You know, that's like a Disney like scary, like it's like it was a song that like
yeah. They play it in the movie. It's on the
yeah, but
radio.
it's like it was like a kid song.
Yeah.
But it is literally about like somebody stealing your eyeballs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Good.
Those first two movies
They
were
were
really
good. Yeah.
There's a third one that I haven't
With
watched.
what's his name?
What, Justin Long?
Yeah, I like that. That's the one I like the most.
Yeah.
But what was I saying about what was the movie that we were talking about prior to that? Shoot. It. So I decided, and I was little when I saw it. We were living in Newberry still. So
Mhm.
I was like third grade maybe.
Yeah.
Like and I just happened to like want to sleep in the living room that night so I could watch TV. And I was flipping through the channels and I was like, oh, what's this? And I sat there and it got to the point where he was in the drain.
Yeah.
And he snatched down that boy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I never ran to my parents' room so quick. I was like,
Yeah.
And ever since then I've been like, I can't.
I have that original one on DVD at my mom's house.
No, thank you. I won't watch it.
Yeah.
It was really hard for me to watch the remakes because
yeah.
Mariah wanted to so badly.
so
but
good.
I don't
They're effective. They're scary. I think that the original like 2 or 3 Conjurings in the first couple Insidious movies.
I mean,
and
all
like
of them are good, but yeah, the first couple ones are really good.
Those, when it comes to paranormal like type stuff, it's like it is paranormal, but it's like it's a clown. It's a killer clown. He's really like an alien.
Yeah, I don't think that one's making fun of itself to call it like the meta.
No, those aren't meta movies at all.
But I think that they're like, I wouldn't say corny either, but they're like not as like
what, It?
Yeah.
It are just scary.
They're not. They are. It's scary. I'm not saying it's not scary. I'm scared of them. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't fit in the same category as
Conjuring and stuff. No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're not like paranormal. It technically is because he's
like an alien, right?
Yeah, he's like a weird alien thing that like takes.
Yeah.
He really just uses being a clown,
people being scared,
to kill kids because he eats them to gain his powers.
Yeah.
He's really like a tortoise or something crazy. In the books, he's like this big, crazy, like
whatever he melted down to in the end of that one.
In the last one. I think the first one's really good. The second one is really good too, but I think the first one, when they're kids, something about kids being scared is like so much more effective, I think.
I just want to jump through there and save the children, but also I don't want to because it's scary. I don't like stuff when movies. Kids are like, and I think that's why slashers don't scare me because like I've always, well, now I was telling you the other day, I think honestly a 6th grader could like take me out. I'm so tired and my body hurts all the time, but I don't know why I've always had like this thing in my head that like I would be like the strongest person in the world if somebody was attacking me because off of like.
That's why I love those movies though, because while you're watching it, you're like, "What? What are you doing? Why would you do that?" They always make stupid decisions,
dumb decisions,
and that's the fun of it. You like are like, "What would I do? Would I be able?
I would fight immediately.
Right? I wouldn't turn left.
Like if I thought I could get like a way to like come up with a plan, maybe once or twice.
Right.
But okay, once this guy done found you 2 times, it's time to like turn around and fight and figure out how to fight them. And if you're gonna die, you're gonna die then. Because if you keep running from them and they keep finding you, you ain't getting nowhere.
Right.
Your only chance is to kill them.
They whoop Scream. That's what I love about Scream too, is they whoop him.
Scream.
That's what we've been talking about. Yeah. Well, that's what we.
Just that quickly, I couldn't remember what a movie was.
He gets his butt whooped in all those
because he's just like an average guy.
He's just a regular guy.
Yeah.
A different person every time. A girl sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
the fact that they just keep getting up. But I think that plays on the fact because it's not just one. There's 2 of them. So like it seems like there's
only one movie in the franchise.
A little stronger than he is or she is because there's another one that can come around the corner in a minute.
Yep. They're always partnered up.
But
I think that
is that how you feel? Like you would fight them immediately?
In this scenario, yeah, I'm whooping. I got kids, dude. I'm killing.
Well, even before that, if you were just by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Somebody comes in ready to like kill.
Well, the moment he called me on the phone, I'd be like, "Bro, are we doing this
not
today?"
Scream. I'm just saying any of these like mass murder. Like they're coming in, they're crazy.
If they come in there, I mean, yeah.
Jason.
I'm trying to. Well, Jason's a different scenario.
No, It's not, because you don't know that that's
You
not a
can't
normal
kill him.
person behind you.
Oh, if I didn't know who he was,
Yeah, you
I'd
don't
be
know
trying
who
to.
he is. You're in the
I
movie.
mean,
You
yeah,
have
I'd
no
be
clue who
trying to
this
protect
is.
myself and kill him.
Yeah, I'm like, you're running so much from this guy, and it's just
Right.
like, run is not helping you. Turn
I
around and
listened.
fight that man.
Right. I listened to a podcast today. I've been listening to so I've been watching a lot of scary movies again. So I've been listening to this podcast, and they like break down scene by scene basically certain movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't seen the movie in a long time, but I listened to the podcast about it, and it's really cool. It's called Have you ever seen Vacancy?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
with what's his name, Owen Wilson's brother, Luke Wilson, is the main
Yeah. Yeah.
character. And they talked about that movie, and I forgot about it, but it is so cool because I like that because he is constantly trying to the main character Luke Wilson
Mm-hmm.
is trying to find a way to like outsmart them the whole time. He's not like falling for it and just like giving into it. He's like he like finds the snuff films and like watches them and like moves the cameras so he like as soon as he realized what's going on and that it's just them and these guys, he like covers all the cameras and puts the one camera on his wife while she's sleeping. So the people are watching the girls sleep, but he is secretly watching the videos from the prior attacks, learning. And that's how he like, do you remember the movie at all?
It's not really. I know I
They
have
have like a
seen it.
trap door in the bathroom and he finds it because he sees the guy sneak in.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the movie I want to rewatch it.
You know what movie you've seen not too long ago, and I think it had Justin Long in it as well.
Oh, Barbarian.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I wouldn't watch that one.
No, you didn't
No.
watch it with us.
No,
Yeah, it's
that one
weird.
was too much.
It's weird.
I saw the clip of like her treating them like a baby,
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm not watching
the
that.
guy like, yeah, essays this
I
girl
really
for years and
don't
like
Hills Have Eyes either.
yeah,
They're too much.
There's a
Hills Have Eyes. I liked when I was younger. I was like, oh, these are great movies. And now I'm like, that's
there's always
too much.
There's always a sexual assault scene.
Yeah,
and those are just a little heavy. I just like
and,
I
yeah.
will watch people get their freaking arms and legs and heads chopped off, but the sexual assault stuff is a little hard. Like,
Yeah.
have you ever seen Last House on the Left?
Yes.
Oof, it's heavy. Have you ever seen I Spit on Your Grave?
No.
Oof. It's that basically, but like more intense. You hurting?
Yes.
We're getting to the hour mark anyway.
Oh,
We have a hernia haver over here.
today has been rough.
So what do you think? All right, we can wrap up the scary movie talk. This is exactly what I wanted to do this episode, by the way. Scream's not your favorite. It is my favorite of all time.
Mhm.
What do you think your favorite scary movie of all time is?
Mm.
What's your favorite scary movie?
It's gonna be weird because it's one of the ones that like I don't like the paranormal stuff,
Yeah.
but I think it just like I enjoyed it when it first came out. I hadn't gotten to the point where it scared me so much. Is the why can I not think of it? The Conjurings.
You think so the first Conjuring's your favorite scary movie?
And
Nice.
I had been watched scary movies.
Yeah, because
we
watched we've watched those together, and then we've watched Annabelle together. We've watched the Nun.
I just think the acting in them
is super good.
is super good.
Yeah.
The quality is super good.
Yep.
The scares are always scaring. They don't miss a scare.
Yeah, the jump scares are jump scares, but they're actually done well.
So
Well,
I
the first two.
So like me is like overall like everything that they have to offer.
The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great movies.
They are.
They're not like, I don't think that they're talked about enough as because they're not old enough, but I think that those will go down as like
classics
for sure.
Yeah, and that's the thing with
first
me.
two.
Like classics are harder to like for me because I
They're
feel
older
like
now.
they're older, but like I don't feel like acting was like such a like talent yet.
Yeah, and it's the way that like
You know what I mean?
the way that we capture acting,
like
now,
even
too.
older movies,
Yeah.
like where it's like
Oh, I
even from
watched
like
the
the
first-
50s and 40s and stuff like that.
The first
The
Friday
acting
the
is awful.
Yeah, the first Friday the 13th is rough at first.
Yeah,
like they literally put the worst actors in the beginning of the movie, and I'm like, oh, this
it's
is
not
rough.
even like scary movie, like Star Wars.
Yeah, you always say that they're
I
bad
mean, what's his name
actors.
was always a good actor.
Harrison Ford
Harrison Ford was a good actor, but majority of them bad actors. Leia, bad actress.
at the time,
I,
probably.
she got better.
Yeah,
She got
she's a
better with
legend.
it, but she was. I mean, even in the new ones, Padme was like not a great
Oh,
actress at
those,
that point.
yeah.
Um, so
Um,
I just think like when movies have like up and coming, or they might not even be up and coming at that point. They're just like that's a movie that they got.
yeah.
The acting isn't great, so you know they're still learning and everything.
And
But
the
I think that's what
times of
has to do, especially with scary movies. They're
there's a
not
lot
usually
of
as stars in there.
yeah, there's a lot of like not so great actors in horror
No, they're like
movies.
it's like their first movie,
I
so
feel
they're
like
kind of like learning what to do or something.
horror movies in general now are starting to catch up a little bit with
Yeah,
like actually having like okay, so today's horror a lot of it's bad, but when it's good, it's good. It's when it's done
yeah,
right, it's done really well. We like what I talk to me. The
yeah.
acting was oh
See, bad acting to me can throw off a whole movie.
no, yeah, it will for
But like
sure.
I think that's my problem with horror movies that you don't like.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, and I can understand a lot of them are like newer actors, probably like their first gig
Yeah,
or
most of
whatever
the
it may
time, yeah.
be, and so they're probably really not comfortable yet.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing a movie. So to me, that's why I have a hard time with a lot of those movies, and I don't think they're good actors. I don't think anybody in Scream were great actors. Scream,
Yeah.
and like they got better through it. Like Sydney even got better through it, but I don't. Even towards the end of it, I thought she was like not great.
Sydney is my queen
Yeah.
of horror. I don't even think she's pretty, but she's like whatever.
Whatever.
It was never that. She's just a bat. I just love those movies.
No,
I
I get.
love them
I'm just
so
like that's
much.
more or less like for me, like
The acting.
the acting. Like I like it would probably be a better movie if they had better stars in it because they are already like know what they were doing.
Yeah, but see, I think that the stars take away from movies like
But
that.
I'm not talking about like a huge star. You can have somebody like that's just like
I think that horror movies are the best when they catch.
what's her name?
Who's that?
The girl that's in the new screen.
Which one? Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, she's
She
great.
wasn't
Next
really
too.
considered a star yet.
What Scream?
She was. She's always been like because she
Yeah.
would did Disney Channel and stuff like
Wednesday
that.
really took
But
her
I mean, like
above.
somebody that has like a repertoire. Is that the right word?
Reputation.
No, repertoire.
Her repertoire.
It's like a book of like things that you've done.
Yeah. Her
So she's in
reputation.
acting since she's this little.
Yeah.
So she has like acting skills and she's actually good at acting.
Yeah, she's great.
So like it does. I think a lot of times, like I said, they just get like the first girl that came off from Kansas City. Now she's in California.
Yeah, they do.
You know,
Horror does that. A lot of people's careers start in horror.
yeah. And I think a lot of them have gotten better with
Matthew Lillard.
have gotten better through acting. But like that's for me. I think that's where like it's just like okay, this is corny because these are bad actors.
Yeah, sure. That's a good opinion. That's a good take.
Okay.
I don't think our fan base is like super horror nerds or anything like that.
No, I'm just saying for me personally, like when I watch these movies, I think that's really where that main corniness comes from. I'm like,
Or that's
these
what
are
you
horrible actors.
that's what you align
yeah.
the corniness is.
I think
like
so.
You don't think the acting is great.
Mhm.
I could feel that.
I think they're not like catching.
I mean, I
like
feel it because I love Friday the 13th. I love those old movies, but the acting is awful when you go watch them now.
Yeah, and I think that gives me a layer of corniness.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm willing to watch them just because I know that once the first couple scenes get by, I can still get into it and be like, okay, there's.
I'm still not like a huge Star Wars person, but like
I
once I watched them with you, like I appreciated them more, and like it wasn't as corny.
Yeah,
I'd say like I knew like I went into it knowing there's some movies where I'm just like okay I don't get it, like these are horrible actors, like I maybe if they were like I don't know better I'd like it. I don't know, like the acting's like a thing, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean
that's me with like everything. I'm like this is food, but it could be better.
It could be better.
Terrible restaurant.
This is a terrible
this
restaurant.
is a terrible
and I'm
restaurant.
like, this place is great. I love it.
I don't think I'm having a really good time.
honey pepper
we
chicken
should have done
tenders.
that at Applebee's. That TikTok that you've been wanting to do.
I'm not
really having a good time.
I don't think I like this thing.
I don't think I like it at Applebee's.
I just think I'm starting to like Applebee's. Yeah, I do want to. I gotta like. Oh, we're not gonna get into the content creation thing, but yeah, I do want to get on TikTok and just start being us. on ours and on my music one, like I'm just there's a couple of people that I follow that are musicians, and they like the content is just them being them.
Well, that's something that's ever since we began dating, I told you to do.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't know where to go about it first. Like how to attack it. You know what I
I
mean?
think you should do less of a personality because when you like did like the not hip hop, but like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think you had a personality about it when you came on the camera,
Uh huh.
which is fine. Like I'm
Yeah.
sure there's tons of musicians that have like a personality, but I think like oh my hair is crazy, but I think when you're like such a small artist to be like generally you and like when you're being you and just
Yeah,
being
yeah,
like completely
yeah,
is and especially with country music
yeah.
would go a lot further. Like I don't think your personality you're putting on was like completely estranged from who you are because you're always like a
No, but it
funny
was like
like
a heightened version.
yeah
Yeah,
yeah. And I think if you were just like yourself,
yeah,
that would be completely better.
yeah.
Because yeah,
That's what I'm trying to like figure out. Like, what do I? Because it the people at the end of the day, people are not on TikTok to find music. Like, even if some people are, but for the when you're trying to catch people and like really gain a following, they're not there. They're just there to be entertained.
right.
So it's like,
I mean, I've seen that so many times with like girls that I follow. I don't feel like I follow any guy singers, but I've seen them on my timeline over and over again. Where like,
they're
so
just doing
Dimps
normal
for
stuff.
Experience is a TikToker
TikToker.
that like kind of got big based off of her being like a single mom
Yeah,
living in like Tennessee.
yeah,
She lives in, I wouldn't say super rural area. She's not far from Broadway,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
or, you know,
Nashville.
Nashville, but she's like outside of Nashville.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, she just got super big. And what she would do is while she was doing her makeup or getting ready in the morning, she would like lip sing
Yeah, yeah.
to like country music. And she has like this really like,
Yeah, she just have the
just
song. She's doing
but
her
her
makeup.
face expressions with it, and then she would start singing the actual songs and not lip singing anymore.
Oh,
And she had a pretty voice, so
yeah,
like
yeah.
that kind of stuff. So then she ended up artists would reach out to her,
Uh huh.
and then she would like promote their song by singing it and
Yeah,
like kind of lip singing to it.
yeah, yeah.
And
They're
then
just
she,
doing normal stuff they would do it every day.
yeah, but
That's
like
what
listen
I'm
to like how it unfolds, and then she became a like manager type thing
to artists.
to artists. She started
Okay.
managing smaller artists and using her platform to like get these artists up.
Uh
And she
huh.
actually had a couple of successful like smaller artists like gain fame from it.
Uh
But
huh.
now she's already released two of her own songs that have done pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just like she never had anything to do with the music industry really, other than
She
enjoying
just
country
fell into
music.
it. Yeah.
She had a pretty voice already, but like that wasn't her goal.
Who is this that we're talking about?
Demps.
Okay.
Um, and
Hannah did the same thing. The stand by your
but she was a
pen.
singer already.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was already a singer, but the way she blew up on TikTok was doing meals and being
Meals,
and
food,
stuff.
and like having a
But
little
her
country
singing
twang to it.
the
Yeah.
her singing the "Stand by Your Pen,"
Okay.
people
And
were
she is
like,
like
"You actually make."
Dolly, but like
Yeah,
newer.
she's awesome.
Yeah. I like her a lot
There's
too.
also this other girl I follow that I love her content because it's exactly that. It's like
So I think
it's
if you
just
would
her being her.
do stuff like that, it doesn't even necessarily have to be like your music at the time. If you're posting like, you know, you're at work and you put on a song and like, you know, like if it catches people and then eventually it'll lead them to your music.
Right.
Like, because more or less the lady that you just said, that's a better example for an artist. Like,
Hannah.
I had no clue she was artist for a good portion of me
Right.
watching her videos.
Right. This girl Maggie Antone is really good at it too, where she really just like she's always promoting a song, but she's like literally just doing like I don't want to. She's literally just doing like day to day stuff. You know what
Right.
I mean? It's her showing off her outfit.
With
You know,
music, yeah.
with music in the background, or it's like that's the kind of stuff I
For
want to do.
sure.
I want to try and figure out the world because I like all the artists that I see are doing the same thing where it's like the things that I've been doing.
You
It's
could do
just like
your church fit of the day or your Sunday fit check
see that's
with
what I'm
country music.
saying with my song playing, or
Yeah.
like I also want
I
to just
don't
like do
necessarily think,
stuff
I
like
think you should do some with your songs. Like I said, I don't necessarily think
everything has
starting
to
off
be
has to be with your music. I think it should be catchy music that people are liking.
yeah
And then like it'll bring them to your page and then they click on one of the videos and it happens to be your song.
right
and then you could do a random video where like
Or
you
even-
in the studio working
yeah.
on music. Like I think you have to have. I think it needs to be more of a balance.
Yeah.
And even so, maybe on TikTok, less of your stuff.
Yeah.
And
Like,
more
do
of the
one-
other stuff.
Yeah, do one here and there. Like, do put out songs of clips of my song, but also just get on there and be me.
Just be you. Do a funny video. Do a funny couple video. Dad video.
Right.
Do a fit check on Sundays for like how to
Right.
get ready for church.
My boots, baby.
Exactly.
I've honestly
New
like
boot goofing.
I've been
you know?
into like the movie content. Like, why not talk about that kind of stuff? Why just be yourself?
Right.
Just do stuff.
Right. I really think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. And then it's like less stressful thinking about what you're going to do for content. Where it's
right,
just
because
like,
it's not necessarily based off of your
right
stuff all the time.
Because music is so hard to like. It is what it is.
Right.
I also want to go through that. I told you about that list. It's like 100 viral content ideas, whatever. We got to go through that.
I think you should
see
do
which
like,
ones like make sense for me.
Yeah, I think you could do one that's like cute and like because he got Everly dressed the other morning.
To mix match clothes,
and he will not look for a matching outfit.
I tried
for long.
Not for long, no.
And so
I'll just put her in whatever it is.
I think
a bunch of patterns.
You
could
do Daddy and Me fit checks, and like when you're like in your like cozy wear, and then she's wearing the mismatch outfits. That'd be super cute. Yeah, that's fun. I'd enjoy watching it.
Right. Yeah, I think I need to be like I just like gotta I don't know just create on there
for sure. I agree.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that was fun. Did you say your favorite? Your favorite scary movie is The Conjuring.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's Scream, dude. Still holding it too. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Please, for the love of the Lord, stay safe when you're out there to get the trick or treating. We're going trick or treating. We got to go somewhere different this year.
Yeah.
This one might sit it out, but come to find out, our whole family's probably going to come, so we might have somebody.
It's just my dad.
Well, I might have another person with me to help push you around in a wheelchair. So
I have to ask Mariah if she'll be embarrassed or not.
Okay. But regardless, I'll probably.
I would definitely be embarrassed if my mom came trick or treating being pushed around in a wheelchair. So I don't want to do that to her.
Regardless, though, yeah, it's gonna be me and the girls. Either way.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Have a good week. Happy Monday. We hope you guys have an amazing week. I didn't yell at you on this podcast
when
you
did.
touched
twice. I did this. He didn't yell with his mouth, but he yelled with his eyes and his hand.
Bro, yeah, you mess with the light. You're messing with me. And then you brought up the Scream thing.
Well, it brought you into your horror stuff.
Yep, and I got to talk about horror movies.
You're welcome.
Here we are. It's 9:00 at night now, and we have to eat something for food.
Yeah.
Can I go get McDonald's?
No.
All right, love you guys.
Love ya. Bye.
Have amazing weeks. Bye-bye.